Hello Steelers and welcome to another bench report hobby update. This one's slightly different. As you can see, I've actually changed position. I'm just trying out some new camera positions in the new war room just to see how things mix up. Let me know, do you prefer to see me at the painting desk or do you prefer to see me here? I think it makes no real difference either way, I guess, does it? But I just thought I'm just kind of trying things out at the moment because as you can see here, I've actually managed to get a table down in the war room. It's only a small one. This is only a 3 foot by 4 foot one at the moment. I'm currently looking at getting a much bigger table so I can expand out onto the normal 6 by 4 that I play, and then I can be able to record more battle reports and things like that. But that is all to come in future. However, this week I have been quite busy with bits and pieces of work, of course, as always, but I've managed to do some painting as well, and I've been trying to plug away as much as possible out the Warlord stuff, the epic stuff that they sent through, and I finished off the British Artillery, also the 95th Rifles and the Commander that were on the sprue with the battalion that I finished the week before. These didn't take much time at all, but I just kind of I knocked these out. I thought, right, let's just finish that sprue and they're done. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do in the 95th yet. They've got some commanders in them, so I want to make up for at least 2 battalions, because 2 battalions fought in the Waterloo campaign of 95th. So I want to kind of make those up, but I want to make them up with the riflemen themselves rather than having the commanders in. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably have a look through some of the sprues and take off just the actual individual figures themselves and add those in. I could probably mix up and hide the commander just at the back somewhere, because if you put him behind the set, you're not really going to notice, but it's something to work on. Also, I finished another French battalion as well. This is the 2nd battalion of the 1st Light Infantry battalion regiment, should I say, the 1st Ligne. So sorry, Leger, not Ligne. So I'd already done the 1st battalion. This is the 2nd battalion, so you can see they've got the white fanion, which is their flag, so they haven't got the battalion flag. I was going to do some French cavalry this week, but I just decided not to. I thought, no, let's just knock out a few more French infantry since I've done some more British. So I've got a couple of battalions of both of them at the moment. So I'm slowly working my way through everything that they did send, and the box is slightly getting emptier. I'm going to be painting these for a long time. I can see that, you know, immediately. It's just going to be something that'll happen. However, I also turned my attention as well to the bolt action stuff that Warlord sent over, and this is the Africa Corps figures. I just picked them out because I can't remember the last time I painted 28mm figures. I think it might have been the Judge Dredd stuff that I had a long time ago, or maybe even the Star Wars stuff that I had quite a while ago, the Legion stuff. Well, even though it's 32, but who's counting millimeters? These are very nice. Really went together really well, and I was only going to experiment with one. I ended up painting 6 of them, so I did an entire sprue of these guys just to see how they worked out. I'm quite pleased with them. It took a little while to work out the colours for the desert stuff, because they get faded, different uniforms, all that kind of stuff, but I'm kind of happy with what I've settled with here. What I will do is, with the next ones that I do, I'll do a painting video of those, just so show you some of my techniques and things and how I got these. But I was really chuffed with these. I'm looking forward to actually making the vehicles in the Warlord set as well. There's an SDKF 222 and a Humber Scout car, and I'm looking forward to making those, and again I will make videos of those as well once I've worked things out with them. So that's really all I painted this week, just bits and pieces. As I said, just plugging away at the 6mm, the 15mm Napoleonics, the epic stuff, just because I want to get some games really. And as I say, now I'm getting closer to actually having a proper table in the war room itself. That's going to be something that's going to be definitely something on the cards soon enough. I may even try a small game of Black Powder or even GDA 2 when I get a chance, when I've got enough stuff. I've got to kind of work out what's the smallest amount I could. What I could potentially do is break the battalions in half and just use them, you know, as two strips instead of 4, just to, you know, get a game played. So I might do that at some point and double up the amount of figures that I've got. That's the future. In the post and things I bought this week, interestingly enough, these caught a couple of stirs when I got them. Went out shopping last weekend just over to Sheffield, and I saw this was in Waterstones, Chicken Hawk. This is by Robert Mason. It says it's the first British publication, and basically, when I posted this picture on Twitter and also here on the channel and things, everybody said, oh, it's the best thing they've ever read about Vietnam War. And that's pretty much what he says as well, really. Best book to come out of Vietnam, John DiVecchio says. So I'm not started it yet, but I am looking forward to it. It should be a good book, and I'd heard a lot of good things about it, which is why I bought it in the first place. So I'm looking forward to that. The other thing I got was this Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse 5. This is the graphic novel version of Kurt Vonnegut's book, sci-fi book, set during the firebombing of Dresden in 1945 when he was there. So it's a bit of a memoir from his point of view, and also, but it's science fiction. It's all really about how time is non-linear, and there's all kinds of alien interactions and the bits and pieces in it. It's a very interesting book. I like Kurt Vonnegut's stuff. I've read this in novel form many years ago. It's nice to see it in graphic novel form, and it's really, really lovely as well. Really well written, really well illustrated. I really like the guy that's illustrator, Albert Montes, I think he's called, is the illustrator. Let me just double check. Story written by Brian North, illustrated by Albert Montes. Yeah. I've never seen his work before, but it is really, really good. Very nice, really good. If you're looking for something that you can just sit down and have a read of on a Sunday afternoon, then I would definitely 100% check that out. The other thing as well that came this week as well is a bit of camera equipment, so it might not be of a great amount of interest to a lot of you, but some of you might be interested in seeing what it is anyway. My wife had lent me hers, so I thought, well, I'll buy my own and I can put it through the business anyway, and it is a K&F Concept tripod, and I just want to show it to you because this is a really good piece of equipment. Now, it's not cheap. However, you can get coupons and you can get a bit of money off on these things as well. So they can come in quite reasonable, and it's a really good solid piece of tripod basically. So 3 legs with it. You've also on this particular model as well. What I'll do is I'll put a link to it in Amazon. An Amazon affiliates link down in the description. So if you are interested, you can pick it up. But you can also get it from K&F anyway. But the interesting thing with this one is you've got a ball head at the top here. I don't know if I can be able to get this out, but basically when you pull this out up here, let me just demonstrate this. This then falls over, so you can actually create a really solid, stable base for filming down. So I'm going to be using this for filming painting videos and things, and modeling videos and that kind of stuff. But obviously it's also a really good tripod, and the fact that it's small and light as well is really helpful when I go out to shows and I do interviews and things like that. The old tripod that I had, which is now down there, it was pretty knackered, it's pretty old, it's pretty heavy, it was pretty crap. This is a massive step up from it. It also, as well, I feel like a salesman here at this point, it also has a detachable leg as well, so you can actually use that, just to hold as a steady cam kind of thing for your filming if you're doing that. If you are, equipment is important if you're making YouTube videos, or even just make photography, in general. And I'm sure there's some people out there who are interested in this kind of thing. Comes in this lovely little carry bag as well, which is no size at all. You can sling that over your shoulder. Nice and easy to carry around. You can probably even fit some sandwiches in there, I would have thought, if you tried hard enough. But yeah, it's well worth checking out if you're thinking about doing YouTube videos. You want to take it to the next level kind of thing, and you just want some good equipment. The reason it's good is, I know it's good, is because my wife had researched it, and she does her research on these things massively. But as I say, I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in buying that. I'm going to be away for work next week for a few days, so I may not get a huge amount done, but we'll see. A couple of things on the old painting table that I'm hoping to finish off, like the skirmishers and the commanders and the guns for the rest of that sprue for the French as well. So maybe those will be finished by next week, who knows. Oh yes, the other thing I was going to mention is I didn't go to the club because I went to see Stuart Lee on Thursday. However, on Friday I filmed a game of Through the Mud and the Blood. Sorry, not Through the Mud and the Blood. Chain of Command Great War, which is the rules I've been working on for a while. And in this I was basically doing a trench raid, so that is a video that is going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks. Excuse me, keep an eye on that. Just a bit of a demonstration as to how the rules work and, you know, what works and what doesn't work. We tried it down at the club a couple of weeks ago, you may remember from the other bench report, and I found that it was a slightly clunky and wrong, so what I did, I completely rewrote the deployment rules in it, and that's basically what I tried out on Friday. How did it work out? You'll have to wait and see how the video comes to be when the video is released in a couple of weeks. But yeah, it's just play testing at this point. That's all I'm doing with it. I'm just trying to break the game itself, and that's, you know, what you have to do at this point. So I will say once again, check out the Warlord affiliate link down below. If you are buying anything from Warlord, please do it through that affiliate link. It does provide me with a little bit of cash and, well, a little bit of a kickback from anything that you purchase. Doesn't cost you anything, and it all helps the channel out as well. And from Tiny, who's suddenly taken an interest in us, I will say thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and just leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next Storm of Steel video.